Hi, I'm Nick Morbus, and I'm the Networking, Security, and Observability Product Marketing Manager here at Aryaka. And today, now that we've gotten past all of the networking services and the broad overview of what Aryaka does, we're going to dive deep into the security functions of the platform. Starting with today, Next-Gen Firewall Secure Web Gateway. So let's get started. So before we move forward, I feel like it's important to distinguish the difference between a traditional firewall and a next-generation firewall, or an NGFW for short. You see, a traditional firewall operates on what are known as access control lists. These access control lists are set up by security personnel to engage in packet filtering based on IP addresses, protocols, and ports. Typically, you'll see these access control lists shut off ports and protocols that are used for, or at least typically used for, breaches, and is supposed to only set up to allow specific IP addresses in and out of the firewall. However, a next-generation firewall engages in something far more granular known as deep packet inspection. See, each packet that traverses in and out of a network and passes through the NGFW is inspected to give application awareness and granular knowledge as to how data is traversing, what it is accessing, what time it is being accessed, and even uses identity-based enforcement in order to ensure that the right people are accessing the right things at the right time. An additional benefit to NGFW is its unified security approach, which is very important to what Aryaka does. But an NGFW can be tied in with a lot of other security functions besides your traditional firewall uses, including antivirus, intrusion prevention systems, anti-malware, and a lot of other different functions. So moving on to secure web gateways, these have three primary functions when we're talking about secure web gateways, and they're very similar to a firewall. First, we have URL filtering, which utilizes an allow and block list for certain websites that enterprises decide are either productive or not productive or harmful to their business when accessing the network. Next, we have anti-malware, which utilizes the deep packet inspection that we talked earlier with next-generation firewall. And this deep packet inspection allows the secure web gateway to decrypt and inspect HTTPS encrypted web traffic as it traverses into the network through the firewall and secure web gateway. Finally, we have application controls. Now, a secure web gateway will use content filtering in order to decide what types of application traffic and web traffic is legitimate or not legitimate when passing through the secure web gateway, whether that be certain types of videos or other types of application or web traffic that is deciding to try to access your network. A secure web gateway can make that discernment using the deep packet inspection and allowing or blocking that content based on what it is. So all of this comes together as Aryaka's Next-Gen Firewall Secure Web Gateway. And this NGFW-SWG lives in two separate places, the Aryaka Network Access Point, or ANAP, and our POPs, or the points of presence, as part of our Zero Trust WAN infrastructure. So when we're enforcing policy as part of the NGFW-SWG, enforcing policy at the ANAP is meant for the HQ and branch offices, since the ANAP box would live at these specific locations and enforce these policies as traffic traverses in and out of the network. As for the POP, the NGFW-SWG enforces policies for secure remote access users, because obviously we're not going to send home every single remote user with an ANAP so that they can access the Aryaka network. And this allows for universal policy application no matter where the employees are, whether they're in the HQ, your branch offices, or they are remote in, say, Australia. As for the specific functions and features of NGFW-SWG, we filter based on many different criteria, including domain reputations, URL reputations, IP reputations. We filter content based on categories, applications, DNS, general network access controls, and we even integrate with identity and access management providers so that you can start to build your own zero trust foundation in Aryaka Unified SASE as a Service. I hope you found today's video very helpful and enlightening. Today we talked about Aryaka's next-gen firewall SWG, and in the coming weeks we're going to explore more of the security functions offered under Unified SASE as a service, including CASB, IPS, anti-malware, AI Observe, and secure remote access. If you'd like to learn more about Aryaka and our Unified SASE as a service platform, be sure to visit aryaka.com. Thank you and have a great day.